There may be some things more pleasurable than biting into a nice soft cloud of homemade marshmallows, but right now I can't think of anything. Dunked in cocoa, gifted to a friend, or secretly eaten before dinner, homemade marshmallows make the best of treats. That's why today I'm going to show you how to make marshmallows in 10 easy steps. Marshmallows are simple. They're made from gelatin and sugar or corn syrup. Either one works. And I'm going to show you how to do it in 10 easy steps. Hello, my name is Evie O'Brien. Let's begin. So the first step is going to be to gather your ingredients. You're going to need cold water, which of course you can just get from your house. You're also going to need the gelatin. So I just bought 3 cherry flavored gelatin. So I want cherry flavored marshmallows. But you can get any plain gelatin or unflavored packets from Walmart or Target. I went to Walmart. And we also will need corn syrup. I got this light brand from Walmart. Pretty cheap. Next, you're going to need sugar. And I got just a simple brand from Walmart, granulated sugar. That's like $2. Then you're also going to need vanilla, which you can also buy, just your favorite brand of vanilla. You'll also need either powdered sugar. I just got your Walmart brand sugar. And that's pretty much all you need to make marshmallows. So that completes step 1. Let's now go to step 2. Hello, I'm back. Okay, so for the next step, we're going to start with step 2. Prepare the equipment. You're going to want to get a pan, 9 by 11. This is what I have. And you're going to want to spray it with cooking oil or cooking spray, just like a generic brand. Or you can just put oil in here, and sprinkle a little bit of powdered sugar on top. I just happen to spray this with oil. I just use a generic oil that I rubbed on there with a napkin. This is the oil I use. You don't have to use this brand, just whatever brand you want to use. I also am going to need my handy dandy mixer to whisk everything together. So this is what I use. You can use whatever you have available. If you use one of the handheld ones, there is a chance that you might break it because the marshmallow mixture is very sticky and it doesn't do well with those little mixers. So just keep that in mind. On a side note, Martha Stewart, who has written a million cooking books, she also recommends that instead of greasing your pan or spraying it with cooking spray, you can actually use parchment paper. It helps the marshmallow stickiness once you try to get out of the pan. So just keep that in mind. Now we have all of our equipment, so then the next step is step 3. Hello, and we're back to step 3. The third step is to bloom the gelatin. So you're going to take your gelatin, unflavored or just the one you choose, the flavored one, and you're going to put it in your mixing bowl. So I have it in here. You're also going to take half a cup of cold water, which I have pre-prepared in here. You're just going to put that aside for now. And then you're going to get your vanilla, which I put in the water. And you're going to pour this into the bowl while you stir it with the fork at the same time. The goal is to keep stirring it until it reaches like an applesauce consistency. So let's try this. And it might take a little bit. And make sure just to thoroughly stir it so there's no lumps. Because that's not going to taste too good if you bite into the marshmallow. Almost there. Okay, it's getting thicker. Get not quite. Okay, so it's getting kind of thick, so I'm just going to set this aside. I'm going to put this in my mixer because I'm going to need it in a few minutes. So I'm going to put this to the side right now, and then we are ready for the fourth step.
Hello everyone, we are back with step 4, which is combining the ingredients for the syrupy or the marshmallow part of the marshmallow. So in a saucepan that's preheated, we are going to put in a 3/4 cup of water, 1.5 cup of sugar, and 1 1/4 cup of corn syrup, and a pinch of salt. Combining these ingredients will make the marshmallows nice and sugary. Don't forget that if the heat is too high, you will crystallize the sugar, which will ruin this, and you'll have to start the process over again. And you can go ahead and use like a spatula to test the mixture to see if it's crystallizing yet. So bring it to a boil, and you should cover it with a lid. That way, it mixes properly. So once this step is completed, you are going to be ready for step 5. Hello, and we are back yet again with step 5, whisking and whisking again. Basically, we're going to go ahead and combine our um, bloom of gelatin with our um, syrup. And this is what makes marshmallows turn white. So go ahead, get the hot syrup into the gelatin, turn on your mixture to medium speed, and carefully pour the hot sugar syrup down the side of the bowl into the gelatin. The mixture will foam up, it'll turn white and it'll get nice and thick. So just go slowly and carefully, and try to avoid using a handheld mixer at this point too. When all of the syrup has been added, just go ahead and let that mixer mix for a little bit, like a minute or two. Increase it to high, and the speed of the mixer will make your marshmallows nice and fluffy. So then if you want, you can cover it with a kitchen towel to make sure that the marshmallow stays inside the bowl, and keep in mind that this mixture will be very sticky. Hello, and we are back with step 6. So for step 6, we are actually going to combine it with step 7. It's almost the same exact step except slightly different. Basically, step 6 is where you take your um, marshmallow mixture and you put it in your pan that's been already sprayed with cooking oil or has parchment paper in there. You're just going to evenly spread it out. Um, and using your spatula, scrape the marshmallow mixture into the pan, and it's going to be very thick and sticky. Then step 7 is where we let the marshmallows set for 6 to 24 hours. Keep in mind this is the longest part of it, longest part of the process of making marshmallows. The other stuff, mixing the ingredients, takes maybe 20 minutes tops. But setting the marshmallows does take between 6 to 24 hours. Once the marshmallows are firm or have set, that's when you know they're ready. So then, just you can stick it in your fridge or your um, countertop and just let it sit between 6 and 24 hours. And then after that, you'll be ready for step 8. Welcome back to step 8, which is powder the marshmallows or create the marshmallow coating. To do this, you're going to get the 1.5 cups of powdered sugar and the 1/2 cup of cornstarch, and go ahead and combine it to create the powdered sugar mixture. And with this step complete, you are ready for step 9.
Welcome back, everyone. Now we're going to start with step 9, which we're almost there. We have 2 more steps left. So step 9 is to make the marshmallows appear. At this point, you should have your pan full of what looks like this, just to be a sheet of marshmallows. So we're going to make marshmallows appear now. To do this, you need to cut the marshmallows and take it outside of this pan. So to do that, we're going to begin by sprinkling the marshmallows with powdered sugar. That way it gets rid of the stickiness and we can have an easier time cutting it. Alright, that step is done. And make sure, don't be afraid to sprinkle it on. If it's still a bit sticky, just put more in there. You also should be able to like slightly move it away from the edges with your finger a little bit. That way you can get the utensil in there nice, or the spatula in there and pick it up nice and easy. Alright. And a tip that Alton Brown recommends, he is a very popular chef. He actually looks at the science behind why we do things the way we do when we cook. And he recommends that you take a spatula and you dip it in powdered sugar. So that's what I have done here. And if you need to, you can use your hand like I am, or you can just dip it in water to get that on there nicely. Okay, so now we're just going to go ahead, take it out of the pan, and you can go ahead and take it out and put it on parchment paper, or like I'm using, just plastic. That works. Alright, and if they're nice and cold, they should fall neatly out of the pan. Hopefully these are ready. You might need to get your spatula powder. Fine. Help with the stickiness. Alrighty. So that came out pretty nicely. If at first you don't get it because it's too sticky, you can try greasing the pan better when you make another batch, or using powdered sugar, or like Martha Stewart says, using parchment paper. Alright. So then, it should be a big wad of fluff, just like this. Looks delicious. Make sure that you powder the opposite side, because you just got it out. And this is where we will begin cutting the marshmallow. And a technique that Alton Brown and Martha Stewart uses is they get their hands wet. That way it helps the stickiness. But for me, I just decided to use powdered sugar. It's working a little bit, just not quite as well as I had hoped. So maybe follow the professionals. Alright. Now I'm going to get my knife and I'm going to start cutting these marshmallows into strips. Then I want to cut them into little squares. This part is time consuming, so if you're planning on this being taking a quick minute, you're going to be wrong. Because it's really sticky, so the marshmallows tend to stick to whatever you're using to cut your marshmallow strip. Alright, so now we have what see little squares. They look a little bit like closer to marshmallows, but now for the next step, we're going to combine the cornstarch, about half a cup, with a little bit of powdered sugar. So I have this here. I'm going to mix cornstarch in here, mix this up well, and I'm going to put the marshmallows that I just cut in here. And that way it makes it so that they don't stick. In there. Alright. And that is how you make marshmallow liqueur. So at this point, our step 9 is complete and we are ready for step 10. We're back with our 10 and final step in the marshmallow making process. And that step is, of course, to enjoy. But before we enjoy, there's a teeny tiny thing we want to remember. Once we are ready to clean all this mess up and ready to eat half of the marshmallows, the other half will have to be stored properly. So in order to do that, you want an airtight bag or an airtight container, something that just won't let air in. Air will ruin your nice soft yummy marshmallow and make it hard. So keep that in mind. But summarize what we've done is in 10 easy steps, we've made marshmallows. Took about 22 minutes. 6 hours in the fridge though. Don't forget that time. Made about 100 marshmallows, so it's a nice outcome. Um, and now we are ready to enjoy. So thank you so much for watching with me. I'm going to sit down and enjoy my marshmallows. Thanks.